Students, we are doing chapter number 6, staffing, and we were on the topic recruitment. We have learned that recruitment is of two kinds, internal and external. Internal recruitment we have completed in the previous video, which includes two sources, that is transfer and promotion. Today we are going to complete the topic, that is external recruitment. Now, when we are searching the prospective candidates from outside the organization, that is known as external recruitment. Now there are several sources. We are going to discuss each source one by one. First one is recommendation of present employees. Okay. Now in this kind of source, we are asking our existing employees if they are having any person in their mind who can fill up the vacant position. The biggest advantage of this, that our employees already know that particular person which will going to just fill up that particular job. Coming to the second one, labor contractor. Now these labor contractors remain in touch with the laborers who are in the villages and with that of the employers also. As soon as employer need the laborers, these contractors contact the laborers, which in turn provides these laborers to that of the employers in turn of commission. And the biggest disadvantage is that when contractor left, these laborers also left the employers and move out. Okay. Coming to the third one, management consultant. Now, whenever we want to fill any managerial, technical or professional vacancy, at that time we generally consult managerial consultants. Okay. So we can say that generally when we want to fill up the positions of top level and middle level, at that time these management consultancy agencies are quite helpful. Coming to the next one, campus recruitment. Now many of the big organizations remains in touch with the renowned colleges and institutions. As soon as students pass out with their degrees, they directly just pick up those meritorious students from those colleges and directly recruit them in their organization. This is known as your campus recruitment. Coming to the fifth one, employment exchanges. In these exchanges, what is being happening? Job seekers get themselves registered with these exchanges. In the same manner, job providers also register themselves. Now these exchanges match the qualifications of job seekers with that of job providers and they provide the job. But generally, these are not regularly being updated and they just provide with the quite unsuitable candidates. Coming to the next one, that is media advertisement. Now, whenever we are just advertising our vacancy in newspapers, magazines, trade journals or professional journals, at that time it is known as media advertisement. Biggest advantage is that we are being provided with wider choice to select the best candidate, but the biggest disadvantage is that sometimes we are just overburdened with the flood of responses. Coming to the next one, that is seventh, direct recruitment. In this one, whenever our permanent workers are absent or there is a great rush of work, at that time we place a notice board outside our factory gate which provides for the number of workers which are required, date and time from which they are being required, and anyone who passes through and read that notices generally do and apply for the job, and thus they can just have a direct recruitment in the factory. Okay, coming to the next one, casual callers. Suppose we have advertised the vacancy, we have selected 2 of the candidates but 8 candidates were best. We have maintained the data and profile of the remaining 6 candidates. Now whenever there will be a vacancy, there will be no need to just advertise the vacancy again. We are going to just open up and search for those 6 data which we have maintained, or the 6 persons data we have maintained, and that is known as casual callers, to whom we are going to have a call, and if they will just require a job, they will join us. Coming to the next one, that is placement agencies. Now these agencies provide nationwide services to all the candidates who want to do a job all over India. Next one, telecasting. Now whenever we are advertising our vacant jobs with the help of TV or televisions, at that time it is known as telecasting. Last one is your web publishing. In this, a website is created where information is displayed about the job seekers also and job providers also, and both of them get registered themselves and just interact with one another, such as Naukri.com. So here we have completed with all the sources of external recruitment. Now we are going to do merits and demerits of external recruitment. Thank you.